to represent them in this whole pedophile scandal, and that guy is Lanny Davis. So Lanny Davis, who worked with Rick Santorum at the Israel Project, now shows up at Penn State. Obviously, and many people think he's there to cover up. So there's a lot more to this than meets the eye.
Covering Capitol Hill for decades, I mean, I get different numbers from different insiders, but I mean, obviously they corrupt a lot of them with the hookers. You have under George Herbert Walker Bush the hundreds of nighttime visits, Washington Times. People just search Washington Times underage prostitute visits. You'll get mainstream articles. You had it under George W. Bush, the male madam coming in. You've got constantly them being caught in bathrooms everywhere. You got the Bohemian Grove. You got all of it. And it's just like, really? I mean, what do these guys do? So why did the system go for these guys? Because they know they can destroy them anytime they want? I mean, what percentage? I mean, we know Barney Frank on record in the 80s. They found an underage prostitution ring being run out of his townhouse, and he gave a press conference. It's in the film I produced that just came out last year, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined. And he said, look, if you don't stop bringing this up, I'm going to give names. And they dropped the whole deal. I mean, how bad is it? I mean, a dead reckoning guesstimation here, Wayne.
Well, Barney Frank, back when he gave that news conference, he also said that 25% of the members of the House were of the same persuasion. And he said, and then as an aside, he said, and most of them are Republicans. Now, where are we at today? I think 25% is a low estimate, even using Frank's numbers. I would say we're up to probably around 45%, maybe even half. And the other thing I have to say is, obviously, Penn State being a nexus for this activity, that's another reason they hired Louis Freeh, the big cover-up former director of the FBI, has been hired to be in charge of Penn State's internal.
And they've hired the Merck head. I mean, you talk about vicious. He's involved. I mean, it's a who's who of dastardly characters.
Absolutely, and the word I get from Penn State is, this is a virtual cult up here. It's a very hard cult to penetrate. I mean, football was the veneer, but when you peel back the football layer of this onion, you get into a lot more sordid activities. And I would suggest that one of the key actors in that whole episode from 1977, when he was working with Phil English and people like Terry Dolan and with the National College Republicans, is one Rick Santorum, who was so viciously anti-homosexual. You have to wonder what is prompting him to do that, because the word I'm also getting from the gay community here in Washington is, look, we know all about Rick Santorum, Little Ricky, his communication director when he was in the Senate, openly gay African-American man, Robert Trainum, who still supports Santorum today.
And then we've got the whole history of TB, I won't say the name on air, old Rove, a true demon of hell. It's just, it's unbelievable. I mean, it is so, okay, well, just imagining all those people, it's nightmarish. Hey, why do you think the NDAA legalized the military keeping goats and pigs on the base with them and bestiality?
Well, that was kind of odd. I mean, when I served in the Navy, I can't say that was ever an issue. We had all kinds of other issues with activity, but I just don't recall anybody being involved in barnyard sex in the Navy. Yeah, I was surprised to hear that, but maybe there's a reason for that as well. We do know that sometimes there's congressional delegations that visit some of these military bases overseas, for example. Maybe it was to protect the animals from members of Congress and their senior staff members.
Well, I mean, it's in there. They passed it. I mean,
I was surprised to see it. I mean, that was an issue that I had never realized that was an issue. I'm sure there were cases of that in the military, but nothing that would have risen to the point where, Naval Investigative Service or some other investigative arm of the military would have had to, conduct an investigation or court-martial somebody for it.
This country,
it's bizarre. But
this country is really becoming a joke. And we're going to go to break and come back with calls, I promise, folks. But the minute we've got left, NDAA, Obama signing it. Brief take on that, Wayne.
Well, I think, again, this was another bait-and-switch operation. We now see Joe Lieberman starting to talk about deportation of people convicted of terrorism. Look, we already had that poor girl down in Houston deported, a U.S. citizen deported to Colombia. Are we going to see more cases of that? You know, I mean, where would if you're a natural-born citizen, where are they going to deport you to? Back to wherever your forefathers hail from?
Well, they're going to deport you to a black site.
I'm afraid so.
Because they strip you of the citizenship, then the torture party begins by our Christian leaders. Wayne Madsen, thank you so much for spending time with us.
You bet.
All right, there he goes, WayneMadsenReport.com. Our sites are Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, and PrisonPlanet.tv. Your calls straight ahead. Stay with us. There are limitless ways to go into business for yourself, but most involve substantial capital and risk. Our InfoWarsTeam.com operation is different. We promote premium quality health, energy, and skincare products using dynamic, caring personalities and state-of-the-art media technology to spread a powerful message of health, wealth, longevity, and freedom. This low-cost business opportunity is designed for full-time or part-time, so you can work as little or as much as you'd like. It is you that defines the reward level. Whether you are seeking a few $100 extra per month or a 6 or even 7-figure annual income, it's up to you. Want to find out more? Shoot an email with InfoWars Team in the subject line to InfoWars Team Coordinator MZ and tell him a little bit about yourself. That's the initials MZ at InfoWarsTeam.com. That's MZ at InfoWarsTeam.com. I only promote products that I truly believe in, and these are phenomenal. Whatever you do, visit InfoWarsTeam.com.
HempUSA.org has a revolutionary wonder food for detoxing the body and rebuilding the immune system. Microplant powder can help unclog arteries and soften heart valves while removing heavy metals, virus, fungus, bacteria, and parasites. Plus, it cleans and purifies the blood, lungs, stomach, and colon. Keep your body clean with Microplant powder. Visit us at HempUSA.org or call 908-691-2608 today.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Do you know which 37 crucial food items are going to fly off the shelves when the next disaster hits? If you don't, you and your family may be without food and waiting in long food lines after a big disaster strikes. You would be surprised how many people don't have these food items right now. 123survivalplan.com has set up a For Patriots Only video with inside information on the 37 food items that will sell out first when the next disaster strikes. The video on 123survivalplan.com has crucial information you and your family need to prepare for any disaster, natural or man-made. And you won't have to be afraid of going hungry or being sent to a FEMA refugee camp. See the video that over 1 million other smart patriots have already seen in the last 4 months. Prepared now. Go to 123survivalplan.com and learn which 37 food items you should hoard. Easy to remember. 123survivalplan.com. Again, that's 123survivalplan.com.
If you don't want to be unprepared, BePrepared.com. BePrepared.com is the official site of Emergency Essentials, the 24-year leader in emergency preparedness. Why do they lead? Because of best value, best selection, and their low price guarantee. Take advantage of BePrepared.com's inventory reduction sale going on right now. Save up to 43% on food storage and emergency supplies. Up to 43%. For example, be prepared with freeze-dried peaches and strawberries, freeze-dried roast beef, 182-piece first aid kits, 9-meal MRE kits, a waterproof multifunction emergency LED flashlight for only $3.99 and much more. BePrepared.com while supplies last. But hurry, sale ends when inventory's gone. Call 800-999-1863. That's 800-999-1863. Or online at BePrepared.com. BePrepared.com. Best value, best selection, and low price guarantee. The choice is clear. Be unprepared or BePrepared.com.
All right, I've got a compilation of clips after I take some calls. Because I haven't talked enough about this. Obama and these recess appointments, they've not been in recess. They've never even tried to bring them before the Congress. It is unprecedented power grab, just like launching wars without congressional approval. So I want to play a compilation of these clips coming up of Obama trying to sell the public on the idea, should I do things without Congress? And they're like, yay, get rid of them. We want a dictator. Super creepy. Everett in Tennessee, you're on the air. Welcome. Thanks for holding.
Yes, thank you. I just want to say real quick, we listen to you on WBCR here, a local radio station, 1470 AM.
1470 are just awesome folks. Yes, sir.
And he's a great friend of mine. And I just want to say, ain't Obama on the head of the Security Council? He sat there, and don't our Constitution prohibit that? And why is that? It's tied into him just going might possibly start a big war to finish this new world order that they want to have. And soon I would think that we'll see the mark of the beast when this stuff starts to happen. Do you believe it?
Yes, but they'll call it the mark of anti-Al-Qaeda, the mark of anti-terror, the mark of trusted traveler. I appreciate your call. Great questions. Yes, there's a rotating membership with the members of the Security Council, and you, again, normally have one of your ambassadors sit on it. But this was the president sitting on it, violating Article 1, Section 9. It's unprecedented, but so is all of this, just out-of-control corruption. Judy in Florida, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for taking my call. It's ironic that you're talking about what you are right now. There's two things that I was thinking about. I feel like my life has changed personally with the enactment of the NDAA. I mean, because I'm a vocal person, even though I'm a nobody. I mean, I send out emails to people.
Oh, yeah, no, they want to set up a system where you disappear into the night, but they're doing that so you get scared and won't speak out. We have to totally speak out against what they're doing, and they're not going to get away with it. That's why they tried to pass it and claim it didn't affect citizens, and then say, well, don't worry, we won't use it against you. So I mean, don't let it should concern you, like with a heightened awareness that, wow, these really are criminals. Yes, it is a wake-up call.
And I'm going to continue all that I'm doing. I know that my friends are, and they're all, essentially Ron Paul supporters, or they're just supporters of freedom. And the other thing that I wanted to ask, I mean, to me it seems very logical, although I don't know how to go about it. I know the avenues that I've tried to go through in order to, talk to key individuals to get it pushed. But why can't Obama get impeached as soon as possible because of everything that he's done that's natural treason in this country? Because
as Ron Paul's top advisor Bruce Fein has pointed out, most of them, Democrat and Republican, are voting for everything Obama's doing. I mean, people that call themselves conservative, well, then you should love Obama, because Mitt Romney is exactly the same person. Another teleprompter reading Ken doll, who's well-kept and manicured, but is a globalist stooge. And now there was some talk on the House floor last week about impeaching him over these recess appointments, because there's not even a recess. That's supposed to go on for close to a year before you can even discuss it. It's an emergency recess appointment for now. He's trying to permanently appoint people without even getting congressional approval for them and violating federal law. But, I mean, he violated the law bombing Libya. He violated the law shutting down power plants. He violates the, no one has ever done as much as Obama. He is the most corrupt. But, as I've said, it's just going to get worse from here on out if they're a globalist puppet, because the New World Order is in overdrive. I mean, it's not slow creeping world government anymore. It's out in your face, out in the open. Hey, we